Good morning, guys. Happy hump day. As I said on IG, I really hope you're all plowing forward. The week is almost up. Crush your weekly goals. The finish line is right there. Don't let any hurdles hold you back. Leaps and bounds, guys. Leaps and bounds over those hurdles. Carpe diem. So, we've had another interesting week in our community. I've said it many times on many different formats. Community is exactly that. It has the good, the bad, the ugly, and unfortunately, sometimes we do have to experience the ugly. So, what we need to do is always band together and support each other and make sure everyone understands that there are people in this community that will fight for its livelihood, its benefit, and for it to continue to advance. And we won't accept the ugly. Okay. And on this show, where we drink some, where is my coffee? Here we go. Where we drink coffee, we actually spill some tea. So with us this week, we have Angie from Jar Pythons and Nikki from Mutation Station. And I invited them to be on the show since we had a situation with their wonderful daughters and the future, part of the future of our hobby. So, good morning, everybody. I'm glad you all joined in. I see Angie in the green room, so we're going to hopefully see Nikki in about a minute or so. She's an hour behind us, so I want to give her a little extra time to sign on. But before we let Angie in here, how are we doing with the sheds? How are you guys all doing with the sheds? Wow, I see West Coast on here. I see the West Coast messing around with the Beast Coast. But what is good? Jay Rizzy Rome. I see No Limit up in here. Wow. Thank you guys. I see Elijah up in here on his day off. He wakes up to join us and contribute. But how are you guys doing with your sheds? Remember, I saw someone post yesterday that they had a het pied or a supposed het pied, and after pairing it with two ladies, a visual, it proved not to be het pied. So again, guys, real simple. Squash it, all the air out, label it. I put the name. Sometimes they have a name, sometimes they have a number. Male, Mojave, double head G-stripe, orange ghost. Today is shed, and it is a clutch mate to Jessica De Leon. Okay, so that way they know what they're getting. If you missed the episode explaining this, we went over this on the Keeper's Corner, episode 28. There are also links in the video description that tells you exactly what to do and how to do it. It brings you straight to the website. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is, oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. We are going to bring in Angie, and hopefully Nikki wakes up and joins us. And let's bring in Angie.
Good morning.
Angie, you're really gonna have to get the co-host title, but
He's still here, wandering around.
Huh?
He's still here.
Oh, Jim is still there?
Yeah, he just wait. Yeah.
Always make his excuses why he can't do the show?
Well, somebody's got to go to work. No, I didn't say that yet.
Somebody got to make the snake money.
Right. Love you too. Have a good day. He just got back in town last night, so.
Oh, wow. Well, welcome home. I hate those trips, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, Samson and Mama Bear are not home. I'm missing them like crazy. They got me all by myself. All by myself. Saul, we want to drink the coffee. Okay? We want to drink it. We don't want to wear it. Okay?
I actually have coffee this morning.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers. I actually have Nikki's cup, you see, so this might have to take her it might have to take her place today, but I wanted both of you here to share your stories because it was very, very interesting what transpired. And oh, you funny guy. You funny guy. First of all, what happens is that I start talking to our lovely guests in the green room, and they're cooler than you are, so I never want to come back out.
I love it.
But we do appreciate you guys. I saw the comments going off.
Yeah.
So Angie, I'm going to slide out and give you the full screen. I definitely do want to talk about what happened. And the reason why I want to talk about what happened, and I shared my DM with you. There's always three sides to the story. Okay, there's your side, their side, and the truth falls somewhere in the middle usually. Okay. It looks like there wasn't much truth.
Right.
And it's one thing for us to make a mistake, but it's another thing to not own up to it. Or if you're just an idiot, be an idiot and stick to your guns, but don't start backpedaling and then lying. And we're in a world where we could all just have a conversation.
Yeah.
So let's go, mama. Push out those last two. Let's see what we got cooking in there. So it was definitely unfortunate situation. We're often talking about community. People put on this mask like they want to be part of a community. And then we see, and usually it happens, it's always just a matter of time before we see someone's true colors. And I think that you experienced true colors, and it was sad because this involved your daughter.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you tell us what happened? Because I know I called you as soon as I had seen one of your posts.
Yeah. So basically, was looking through Instagram and saw a post from this gentleman that said fundraisers are supposed to be for people that are really in need. And immediately, I could only think of two fundraisers that were out there. One was for a dog that had been poisoned, and the other one was for the girls. So I got ticked and Mama Bear and unfollowed this gentleman. And then a comment immediately popped up, and that comment was, "I lost 2 followers. Guess who that was?" So I made my statement of, "You're pretty pathetic to be picking on an 11 and 13-year-old, pick on someone your own size," and then started to see some other folks that read between the lines of this gentleman. And immediately, as soon as I posted that, he sent me a DM and said, "Who's picking on the girls?" And I had screenshot his post and his comments, and I just sent him the screenshot. And, "Oh, that wasn't me. That wasn't directed at the girls." Well, I don't know how else you could take it any other way. So that was frustrating. And then I could typically get into attack mode and go after him. And I decided to be the bigger person and sent him a message and said, "You should really think before you post things." And he said I did, and then tried to tell me that there should be more fundraisers for school supplies and people in need of food. I don't disagree with that at all. Nobody's forcing anybody to help the girls, and nobody is taking away from other fundraisers. And if you feel that strongly about the other ones, then start one. But the gentleman just didn't like it and continued to try to defend what he was saying. I later also learned that this is the same gentleman that started the attacks on females on here. And then also he's made some really crappy comments and chalked it up to someone that has some insecurities. And as I've tried to tell my kids, that when people say stuff like that about you, it's normally something that they lack in themselves. And it's easier to try and pick at someone else than own up to it. So, and then he continued to lie and say that he apologized. He didn't apologize, not once. And when he half-assed apologized, excuse my French, it was backhanded. So it was, oh, I apologize, but yet I'm still trying to defend it. So I basically told him he wasn't worth my time and let it go. So
that's really big of you, and again, it's understandable. We go into.
I let Papa Jerome take care of it.
And yeah, I saw that, and it was funny because I asked him if he could do bowling with Brian with me tomorrow, because he has so many new things happening in Papanato with 300 plus snakes. It's time to start showing some off. He did do the keeper's corner with us a couple months back, but I want him all to myself without the Canadian.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that I've seen that side of Jerome.
He blew me away. Everybody did with the support they gave them, but Jerome just blew it out of the water. And Miranda just kept saying, "Wow, Mom, are you seeing what Jerome? Wow, wow, wow!" And I was just, yeah. But I've heard nothing but good things about him, as I have many other people. So I can't.
Well, I could say something bad. He wears flip flops.
Oh, I love flip flops. I absolutely do. My friends try and hide those. Yeah. However, Jason, if you're watching, you don't cut grass and use chainsaws and flip flops. Yeah.
Definitely not. So you mentioned Miranda a few times, and for the people that don't know who Miranda is, why don't you?
Oh, yes.
Know who Miranda?
Miranda is my daughter. She is 13, and she is blue jar pythons. So she has loved these snakes behind the scenes. Her twin brother actually started it, and then she kind of took it over because video games and fishing have taken Alex's attention, which is good. He's here behind the scenes. He's starting to get into it. He's our public relations networker. He is the one that went out and got all the signatures from the big dogs on a case that we're going to. Oh, I love it, Jerome. I can't. Yeah. I have flip-flops that are worn all the way down to the bottom. Some of my best girlfriends hate them. So I love them.
By the way, I have designer flip-flops while I'm talking trash, but they only come out on vacation. So that way nobody in America will see me wearing them.
I have a favorite brand pair. It's Bluefin, and I cannot find them anywhere. And it just breaks my heart. Thanks, Elijah. Yeah, Miranda is, she wanted to do a spinoff from us. She loves bells, and she kind of connected with Kayla, and they became best friends. And Kayla is years ahead of her. For being an 11-year-old, man, she knows more about this than a lot of the adults do in here. She's got more clutches in a couple years breeding, but she's an encyclopedia as far as how this goes. And to have her brain mentality and think, oh, there you go.
No, all you flip-floppers, I am going to bring you to the dark side.
What are those? Okay. Oh, they're Crocs. I got Crocs too.
Did you just what are those me?
My eyeball.
She just hit you with a what are those?
I know. I did. It took me a minute to see the Crocs on the side, but yeah, we're a Croc family too.
Okay, so thank you for fixing that. Okay, because you were about to get thrown out of this.
No, I know.
Okay, so Miranda's awesome. She was one of the first to do a live with Samson.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
I think they went for 2+ hours, and when I went to edit it, I realized I never hit the
for the first one.
So they actually had to do it twice. In the beginning, I did that quite a few times. Forget to hit the live. Yeah. Even if it's private and and that was a private, we usually do their sessions private. Even if it's private, you still have to hit the live button. So I had to learn. DTMG has frocks. This guy is too much.
Oh.
By the way, he did his first live.
I watched that.
I was very impressed. He's such a wise ass. He's always they're both equally awful shoes.
I'm surprised you don't have any, Sean.
He just walks around barefoot with his freaking Fred Flintstone feet.
Jim has tie-dye Crocs somewhere around here. I got him.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. So I'm glad that we're able to laugh about this and well, we're not laughing about the situation, but that we're able to maintain, a pleasant demeanor. because I know I didn't do well when I saw what happened, and like I said, you screwed up. Say you screwed up. Say you're an idiot. I wouldn't go that far, Elijah. I know, Chris. I know, and that's why I showed the Crocs. I'm gonna turn all the flip floppers into Crockers.
Now they have Croc flip flops.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's keep it the way it's supposed to be, okay? Look at this. You guys are all hating over here. So
I go barefoot too.
yeah, that's it. I as long as my toenails are cut. So I saw that. I reached out to him, and when I reached out to him, and it's kind of like you said, there were only 2 fundraisers going on. And for the record, guys, okay, what Blue Jar and Lucy Land were doing, and what their parents were encouraging and supporting, really isn't a fundraiser.
No.
So we're going to talk about legalities.
Yeah, it's actually a challenge, like you said. You're right.
It's a challenge. They were. Why don't you explain how this came about? So
Billy from Mutation Creation has been
let's plug in Billy because he needs some more followers.
Right? I know. I love Billy. Billy,
we got 1,000 subs on YouTube, guys. 1,000 subs on YouTube. We have some of the best content, the best guests. Can we get to 1,000, please? We want to get rid of these 8 snakes. They're growing, and the shipping is going to get more expensive. 1,000 subs. Help us make it happen. But go ahead. Let's talk about how this challenge came about.
So Billy, he was actually the first guy that I reached out. Jim has been following Brian Barczyk and all them forever and watching Billy, but I actually sent Billy a Facebook message and said, hey, can we buy some shirts and get some stickers from you? And just had an exchange through him. And what you see is what you get from Billy, which I love. So we've been following Billy for 5 or 6 years. And then Billy has been following these girls. And unbeknownst to Nikki and I, in the beginning, Billy was, chatting with the girls and just regular conversations, and they were talking to him and watching them. And when we rolled out, when Kayla went, she had a live, and Billy said he was going to give her a snake, and then just wanted to see where she was. And then I reached out to Nikki when we rolled out Blue Jar for Miranda as a surprise, and Nikki and Kayla helped us do that. Billy jumped on the live and said, awesome things, excited to see where you're going. Miranda loves bells and pied, so he told her he was going to gift her a combo pied. And so that was earlier this year. And so he's, like I said, just gone through talking to the girls. And one night, it was, I think, 11 o'clock, and Miranda's phone dinged, and I'm mama, so I get to see her messages too. And so I was putting on a charger, and I saw Billy had sent her a message, and it was like this paragraph about, hey, if you're not busy Monday, I want you on my podcast with Kayla. I'm waiting for her to respond. And dude, I totally fangirled it. Oh my God. Woke Miranda up at 11. I'm like, hey, Billy sent you a message. She's half asleep. Tell him yes and give him clappy hands. Do you want to talk to him? No. Good night, Mom.
We can't even speak without emojis anymore.
I know. I was like, what? So we sent a message, and then anyways, they practiced. They got on the live with them, and we felt like there was Nikki and I felt like there was something coming, but had no idea what he was going to do. I think we were 3 hours into the live. At the end of it is when Billy said, okay, well, I have a challenge for you guys. Because he was kind of leading up to getting started in this business. You need money. I mean, you really do. And Dad and I can do as much as we can, but Jim and I, if you know us, we are slow and steady to this. This is our actual 2nd year of breeding. We were hoping to get 3 clutches. We got 1. 2 of the females didn't cooperate. So last year we got our first clutch, which gave Miranda her first snake. But we've been slow and steady with it, just kind of taking our time. And we've talked to Miranda and been like, hey, we could purchase this snake and kind of get you there, but it would take time. So, but Billy's right. I mean, it takes money. So he basically challenged the girls that he would match them dollar for dollar up to $5,000 each, and that they could come and basically go shopping, and that Billy would help set them up. He also offered to mentor them. Basically what he does with Patreons, except.
Okay. So let's just make sure we're clear here. The man put up an opportunity for the girls to earn an additional $5,000. God, this is like
Mhm.
your 401k.
Exactly.
All right. So he put up an opportunity. He didn't just say, I hope you do well. I hope you're successful. He gave them an opportunity to put them in a position to be successful. And you hear me say it all the time. The greatest gift you can give anyone is time. And he offered to give them his time, which for me, especially with his following and everything else, is more valuable than $5,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just take that into perspective. This is one of the influential people in our community on YouTube, on social media. We're gonna give him a pass. He's Canadian. We'll give him a pass for that. But he's stepping up to the plate. He sees potential. He's investing into the future of the hobby, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Every way you look at this, from every angle that you can look at it, this is a great thing.
Yep.
Absolutely great. The only issue I could see anyone having, and mind you, I have a 9-year-old breeder. This Samson Snakeatorium is his business. The only thing that I could see anyone having an issue is with it not being them.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you knock this in any way, shape, or form? If you were not a Billy fan, this would make you a Billy fan.
He's the only one that's done it in this industry. That's it. That's reached out to an 11 and 13-year-old too. And he knows there are two different levels. I know they both have spoke to him. He's given them homework. He's making them work for it. They have to, provide what they've got. They have to give him goals. They've got to talk about genes they want to work with. And basically he's been honest. He said, this is the same thing I do with my Patreon. So I sat and listened to the phone call that she had with him, and the man has got a brilliant mind. His brain it's amazing the way it works. But he did, they have got to work with it too. And, it's awesome. I think to see them interact. With
I'm sorry, Slater. I thought your dream come true was joining my lives.
Yeah.
I thought that was your dream come true. And we're gonna go back to the sandals for a second. Zumbitos Morphs. Carlos mentioned chancletas. I don't like chancletas is Spanish for slippers. Puerto Rican mothers are like chancleta ninjas. Those things have heat seekers. Those things will follow around corners. So yeah, I don't like to use the word chancleta. It brings back very, very, very bad memories. My Instagram is not loading up for some reason. Is anyone else having issues with Instagram? Because I wanted to show the DM.
Oh yeah.
That I sent you. You are having issues?
No, mine's up. But
okay. Because I wanted to show the DM that I sent, because this is what proves the man to be extremely weak. And just so we're not confused, I am specifically speaking about snakes and grins. You can't put something out there, and I went through his page, and besides a post to support USR, I've seen nothing else on his page trying to uplift or promote anything in a positive way. Yeah. Just like you mentioned, I agree. I sit on 4 different boards. Okay. Fundraising is a huge part of every board. I actually chair the fundraising committee for the school system that I sit on. By the way, we have one of the best performing schools in New York State, not just New York City, guys, New York State. So shout out to Flax. You know, I love you guys. We have a board meeting tonight, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it because I have other engagements. So with that said, again, technically, legally, this was not a fundraiser to even get your feathers ruffled. This was a challenge by a businessman that wanted to invest into the future of the hobby.
Yep.
Okay. Everything he mentioned, I agree. We're always raising funds. There's never enough, whether it's school supply. I saw Chris in here. She's a teacher for special ed. in the Bronx, although she lives upstate. So keep doing what you're doing. We really need.
And if you guys don't know, Miranda wants to be a special ed teacher. We
Wow.
have my sister's son is special needs, and he's 12, a little bit younger. And Miranda and Christian have this crazy bond. She does very well with them. So that is one of her things. And Kayla wants to be a vet. So these two girls want to go give back.
Let's just think about this. This is an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old that already have goals and a career path lined up. So I love it. I love it. Slater, I know, but on another note, Slater, you came up in conversation with a new follower yesterday and a new subscriber to the channel, and she said that you are awesome and you're going to help her hit her goals, her and her husband. So it's great to see how everyone just keeps helping others. Okay. Just like you said, Hugh, it is an investment into the circle of friends. No one here lives on an island of their own, guys. Okay. You're going to need help at some point in your life. And if you are in a position to help someone else, I always feel that's something that you should do. So, fundraising. So there's never enough school supplies, never enough food. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I didn't see him participating in one fundraiser throughout his whole page. Okay. So I have a 30-year-old son that still doesn't know what he wants to do when he grows up. Well, Troy, I'm pushing 50 and I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. So
I know.
I'm good. I can support the guy. Just make sure he's cleaning out tubs and helping you with that nice collection of yours. So, but goals are important, guys. Today's, like I said, it's hump day. Crush your goals. So I reached out to him, and again, guys, I would like to show you that way it's not hearsay. I reached out to him. Now he does claim to have mental health issues. Okay. Which I'm very, very compassionate about with my own mental health issues. But crazy mental health issues and being just dumb are two very, very different stories. Okay. It's not an excuse for stupidity. Okay.
Exactly. Never grow up, Sean.
Okay. It's definitely not an excuse for stupidity. I cannot find maybe he blocked me, but that wouldn't take away my DMs.
Nope.
No, my Instagram is just acting up. I'm gonna restart my phone, see if I can get it on. But the whole point is I reached out to him, and when I reached out to him, I asked him, well, who? You said, he said, can you guess who, or do you want to know who unfollowed me, right? Mm-hmm. So let's connect the dots. I asked him which fundraiser rubbed him the wrong way. Which current fundraiser? I was only aware of two myself. Which current fundraiser rubbed you the wrong way? You're claiming fundraiser. Well, which one is it that had you post this? Was this the fundraiser for someone who was incurring large vet bills for their dog that was poisoned? Or was this for the two young people that were challenged to raise $5,000 because they're going to get matched $5,000 if they're able to achieve that by a certain time? So which one was it? Okay. I agree. We can't be it's two different things. Honestly, I say it all the time, guys. You may not have accepted it, but if you are in the ball python world and you have multiple ball pythons, you most likely have mental health issues. Okay. Let's just be honest here. What we do is not normal.
Exactly.
And we're the only ones that accept each other for what we do. Okay. But yes, clown, definitely a clown. So when I reached out to him, he starts just giving me a whole dialogue. It's real simple. Which fundraiser do you have issue for? Which one is it that riled you up so much that you made a post, and then you don't even, call a spade a spade. You're not even direct with it.
Yeah.
Be direct. Say, I have a problem with this mother. I have a problem with Nikki. I have a problem with Angie. These women don't need help. They have food on their table. Their schools have backpacks. This, and that.
That was the other thing. He kept saying that we were already well off, and I'm going, no, you don't know.
Well, he must have gotten a hold of your financials.
Apparently.
He knows about the millions that you have stashed in the closet. Hugh, exactly. I agree 100%. It's not a crutch. It's something that we all have that burden to bear. For those of you that don't know, the very, very first What's in Your Cup was with Sean of Lever Genetics, and we discussed mental health issues, and it's something that's very, very dear to. Oh, there we go. Mental health is a reason, not an excuse. Okay, there are certain things that, depending on what, and we're not going to get into all the different types of mental health issues, but depending on what your issue is, there's certain characteristics or certain things you may do that fall under that. And again, it's the reason, not an excuse. He has no excuse for being a complete idiot. And let's be transparent. He just looked jealous.
Mm-hmm. That's all it was. 100%.
He just looked jealous. And that was sad for grown. Oh, here we go. All right. I reset my Instagram. So I'm going to share this with you guys. He, just for the record, he wrote me first, okay? After I put up my post, he decided to write me, right? So I want to be clear about that. And what he said was the post had nothing to do with kids, but because I was informed they were upset, I reached out to both to apologize. Commendable. We all make mistakes, guys. I know it's going to be difficult to accept this. I make mistakes. Okay? I know. It's hard to believe, but it is true. We all make mistakes. Okay. So the fact that he said that he reached out to both to apologize, I thought that was great. Okay. That's what you should do as a man. But a real man wouldn't have made the comments in the first place. But if a man made the mistake, then you apologize. I'm a few stories short of a few fries short of a happy meal. Yeah, you own a farm, and you're definitely a little bit left of census later, but we like you, Tom. Don't worry about it. Okay? There's nothing to be
my crazy shows quite a bit.
Nothing to be envious about me here, Sean. Nothing at all. I told you, I'm envious of that amazing brain of yours you have there. I think that's part of my diagnosis too, Troy. They say, and I love it. When someone calls me an asshole, because the first thing I do is I show them how much of an asshole I am, and I ask them, do you really think that's the first time someone's called me that? And do you think you'll be the last? I cannot give you that honor. I will not hold you in such high regard. So, all right. So, great. He said he apologized. So, obviously, I'm going to ask you if this took place, because I'm not going to bash somebody that made a mistake. I'm not going to attack him. You made a mistake. You owned up to it. That's character. That's commendable. Okay. It was taken way out of context. Now, this is the sorry, but.
Yep.
Okay. Now, I have an issue. If you did something wrong, you apologize and you shut up.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm sorry. Zip it. He's coming at you with I'm sorry, but.
Yep.
As soon as you start the but, people, you're not sorry.
Right. You are not.
The sorry is lip service. Okay. So I'm sorry. To apologize. It was taken way out of context. I feel horribly that the kids were hurt, but all I can do is apologize and hope they understand. Bottom line, it had zero to do with kids. But apparently, people like to make assumptions. I am one. I used to love The Odd Couple. Now I have my own Odd Couple with Jason. But I used to love The Odd Couple, and I remember never assume because you make an ass out of you, M-E, right?
Yep.
So let's get past it. Right now, it's not making sense to me. So I asked him.
It had nothing to do with the kids. So which fundraiser gave you the or rubbed you the wrong way for you to put that post up? I want to know which two people unfollowed you after you put up that post. I want to know. You asked if I want to know. I want to know. So which fundraiser rubbed you the wrong way for you to make that post? Which two people unfollowed you to make you put up that post? I want to know.
Okay, so I actually hit video and he didn't pick up. I was driving, and I love to see people's face when they speak. You know,
Facial expressions tell you a lot.
Actually, it's 90 something or 85% of our actual communication is done visually. It's not the words, it's the muscles in our face. So he responded, it had nothing to do with the kids. I reached out to those affected. That's why I wanted to have you and Nikki here. You guys were there and were the ones affected. I don't owe anybody an explanation. I'm entitled to my opinion. I feel that fundraisers are designed to help those less fortunate. That is all. I am not disagreeing with the man.
No.
What I want to know is which fundraiser. See, the timing doesn't make sense.
Right.
I would agree, but I don't think that's possible. And I think that is why he's so butthurt, Danny.
Yeah.
Okay? I agree. He should donate towards the challenge or help with awareness. Maybe he can't do it financially out of pocket, but help contribute something. Okay. And I think that because he's not in a position financially, that is what actually stirred the pot and got him riled up. Okay. I agree with Elijah. Go smash that like button, guys. So I did the right thing by apologizing to those affected. So what we have here is someone that is being self-righteous, claiming to do something that they did not genuinely do. Okay. Yeah. So I wrote him, what you did was weak. Your half-ass apology is weak. I didn't expect you to man up because you are a weak excuse for a man. I still believe this, and even more so now because the post continued. Then I saw Jerome's post. Then I saw his responses to Jerome. You are now publicly stating, see, he did all of this in the DM. He could have written it in the comments, but by writing it in the comments, you would have the opportunity to see that he's saying something that didn't happen. Nikki would have the opportunity. Kayla would have the opportunity. Miranda they would all have the opportunity to call emoji bull poo poo.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So sorry you feel that way, but you don't know a thing about me. You've never spoken 2 words to me, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over your opinion. Fair enough. My answer, weak. Okay. Yeah. Look who just woke up.
Hey, lady.
Look who just got up.
So awful.
Because you're an hour behind us.
I know.
It's all right. We made excuses for you. Okay. But I'm glad that you joined us and you're here for the tail end. So what we were speaking about was the weak excuse of a man from Snakes and Grins, Craig. So no one is confused. And the fact that he did what he did, it's beyond obvious why. Well, I can't say why. We can only think of the reasons why. But the fact that he backpedaled and he didn't live up to that apology. My thing is exactly that. You're apologizing, but you're making excuses. And then in your apology, and I saw Kayla had written something. I spoke with both of you. In his apology, he's still indirectly, and that's another thing. Be a man, come at them. You have a problem with them, come at them. But in his apology, he's still indirectly attacking this whole effort.
Oh yeah.
The problem of the matter is when you come with an apology after you've been called out by several people for the lack of tact, as we'll say.
Yeah.
And trying to come at like he basically said in a text to my husband that she needs to earn it and not have it handed to her. And then his apology comes out that it's kind of just it's it's a top or bottom apology, and he basically reiterated the comment. Like, there was no apology.
Yeah.
It was, here's my stance, this is how I feel, and this is why I did what I did. We all know, if you go back and you look at it and the whole situation, there was only one fundraiser at the time that was being advertised besides the one for the justice for the dog. We all knew who it was as soon as he opened his mouth, because there were messages that he had underneath his message that was directed at us. So I don't feel like that was a full-on apology. I think that was I'm going to backtrack, cover my butt, but still say I have an opinion and I need to be heard. Your opinions are completely entitled to you. But when you're coming for children over something that somebody did for them, it's a little, to me, it's childish. These girls act way growner than he was. It's just, it wasn't an apology. It was a backtrack.
Yeah. Yep.
Did we lose? Oh, there's Brian.
No,
I'm like, where's Brian?
I have such a big head. I was like, let me get out and give them more room. I 100% agree, and I think that is what frustrates me, almost as much as him coming at the girls. Is you apologize, but it's weak. Okay.
It was weak. It was very it was so much after the fact. It was stupid. It wasn't even, what's even funnier is Jerome went after things. I see that. Think of the wording.
Hang on, Sheldon's yelling.
Can we be clear on earning it, these girls? Yeah. First, and then that was another thing. Don't come at me or my husband and talk to us about earning something, because we're both veterans. We've done blood, sweat, and tears along with all these other people. Don't come at me and tell me that my child hasn't earned something or she's not supposed to be given something. Billy said it Monday. He didn't have to do this. He just sees the drive behind the kids, and he wants to pay it forward for them.
So my question is, what does earning it mean?
I don't know, because it's like Girl Scout cookies. Like Jason made a good reference. It's like Girl Scout cookies. Like, are you gonna yell at them for fundraising for Girl Scout cookies? Because that's what you're basically doing. That's a fundraiser. Or chocolate bars that we all used to go around and sell and things like that. I just don't know where you get earning versus. I don't get it.
So that's where I was going, was that earning it is exactly that. They are studying, they are doing, they are in the community, they're on social media, they're doing lives. What does earning it mean? I see more activity from them than I do from him. The only post I ever see from him is I will do a horrible logo for you.
Yeah.
That's the only post I see from him. I've seen Kayla give out, prizes. They're doing giveaways. So everything that they're doing is exactly that. They are earning stripes. So this is exactly what I was telling Angie, is that where we're from, if people aren't hating on you, you're not doing anything right. Okay. So the fact that someone was rubbed the wrong way, this is the most attention they've ever gotten. It's that kid in class that needs the negative attention. Okay, this is the most attention that they've gotten in the community.
Yeah, that's right. Jimmy is a veteran.
Yeah, Jim's a veteran. Like, you can't tell anybody their financial situation, unless like you're in the financial like aspect of things, you know.
So for
And
the record, one of the things, and when I started this, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread with Samson. There's no other kids in this industry. Samson's the only kid in the world. And then reality hit me. Well, there are other kids here, and Kayla being one of the first that Samson and I came across in the industry. And first of all, when I found out how old she was, I couldn't believe it. Okay.
I know, right?
I call her a little ball python savant.
Okay. The way she carries herself. So the reason why I bring that up is immediately Samson and I had a reference point.
Yeah.
Immediately we had someone he could look at that was close to his age, that was doing what he wanted to do. So you could almost say a mentor, you could almost say a role model, okay, already in the hobby, already in the community, and already being active. So for that, I thank you, and I thank Kayla for being there. She did a live with Samson. Miranda and Kayla both did lives with Samson. And when I'm telling you, it was so awesome to see these kids just go at it. I mean, the reality is, if you put those three at a table, I will tell you that they have more knowledge than a large percentage of keepers and breeders, or so-called breeders, in this community. Okay. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad, but out of every lemon, we got to try to make the lemonade. And I think the way the community steps up for our young people, the way we band together and we let people know it's not acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're a village. It takes a village, and we are going to continue to nurture the young people. I see Reagan Renee. Okay, that is not Dad who is speaking. Reagan Renee is his daughter, who is another future keeper breeder. Yeah. Okay, so these kids are lining up paths for future kids. Let's just think about where we are today compared to 30 years ago, where we will be in 30 years when you have children already planning quad recessive visuals and already working toward. They have a better shot at it than I do, that's for sure. Okay, I mean, that's time consuming. They have goals. So how do you guys feel as mothers? I mean, I can only imagine the way it got to me. I got hot. I get anxiety. I have anger issues. I got hot when I saw this. I called you right away, Angie. Like, what is going on? Okay.
Well, and you've heard me fired up. I was pissed off, but I was able to rein it in.
I was actually shocked. I thought that you were kind of reserved.
I feel like I was telepathically sending shit through Jerome, excuse my French, because Jerome was where I was at. I was livid with that man, and I thank God that everybody else around here was able to, hey Hardy, was able to jump him and his crap, because yeah, I can get irrational pissed when you come after my kids.
Understandably so.
It's Jerome stepping in, and actually everybody kind of coming in and protecting the girls, so to speak, besides us. Kind of when it was all going down, actually me and Angie were on the phone and we were both back and forth just like losing our shit. We're like, this dude has no idea what he's dealing with. Oh my God, here it comes. And Angie wrote it, and then Jason got in behind it under the comment and just let him have it. I don't think the guy realized that when he opened his mouth that it was going to come to him the way it did.
Yeah.
As Jerome, I don't know. I just look at him like flower power, hippie, love.
No, man, not when it comes to these kids. Not when he comes to these kids. You know, like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Samson, Miranda, Corey, Tyler, Kayla, like you start naming all these kids. They have a lot of adults that protect them and watch out for them. and want to see them succeed. So to have somebody come at them in a negative aspect, and what's crazy is a lot of those people, like, they think that this is an awesome thing that Billy's doing this, and they came out of their comfort zone, and now it's like, it's protect them, because we all see the work that these kids put in. The fact of the matter is the guy, you know, he tried to act like these girls don't do anything. These girls bust their butts day in and day out on social media, talking with everybody. They you know, they're commenting, they're putting out their own content. It's, at that point in time, it's, you're dealing with you are attacking an 11 and a 13-year-old girl who you have no business saying anything whatsoever about, because you don't know them. You have no idea what they do on a daily.
Right.
One of the things that I always say for men, I mean, I understand we get into our debates with our wives. Okay, we said I do to be able to do that, for the record. Okay, but you will never ever win an argument with another woman. Okay, reason being is it's not manly. That's number one. I hate to sound sexist, but a man should never have confrontation from a woman. You should be man enough to walk away. Number two, we're talking about two young ladies, two young girls.
Yeah.
That is absolutely ridiculous. It's sad. And that's why I say he is a weak excuse for a man. It is sad. This is not the right community for you.
Mm-mm.
If you're envious of two young girls that have people that want to support them. This is not the right place, and we're not
But
gonna
not only that, how do I say this? I think it woke a lot of people up, because I think people will start to pay attention to what they like and what they acknowledge, because I don't think a lot of people in the comments realized that that was where he was going with it until it got brought out.
Right.
And now I feel like people are a little bit more conscious of, okay, wait, hold up, let me read into this comment, because there are a lot of people that were like, yeah, I totally get it, and then realized once we kind of unleashed, you know, the fury of mama lions, you don't mess with my kid. I think people were like, oh crap. So I think it taught its lesson in its comment, but that guy, he got exactly what was coming to him. I can't say enough of the thank yous for everybody that kind of stepped in, like with you and Angie and Jerome and everybody that kind of let him have it. You know, the funny part about it is you know, these girls bust, everybody in this community knows these girls, and the fact that somebody wants to come at them the way that he did, I just don't think it's cool. So,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
he, you know, it feels sorry for him, because
thank you for sharing that, Nikki, because one of the things I agree, because I was shocked to see the amount of likes, and the first thing I always do is I scroll through the likes. Okay, I was shocked to see some of the comments being made, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? So again, I was hot, so I'm not thinking rationally. I'm like, what's wrong with these people? So when it was addressed directly, unlike his comments, people started saying, whoa, I want nothing to do with this. This is not what I thought this was about. And I'm glad that Rain,
yes, I was going to say, he reached out and said, I apologize, and said I had no idea. And that to me is huge.
And it is, because you see, I can understand why he partook in that conversation. When there are people that are vultures, and they take advantage. When Texas got hit with the snowstorm, my first concern, I had people coming to me about fundraisers. Let's do this, let's do that. And my first concern, being someone, like I said, that does fundraising, logistics, it's not as easy as it sounds. My first questions were, who's collecting the money? What's the criteria for someone to get money? What's the oversight? Where are the checks and balances? Because otherwise, this is an opportunity for somebody to take advantage of a bad situation, which things did come out. Now, someone in Virginia actually took advantage, claimed the fire, claimed that they lost their whole collection. It was completely bogus. I put it on Front Street. The person is no longer out there. I know Red Bottom, she was with me where like we're asking questions like, well, if this happened, I'm sure you have photos. If you filed an insurance claim, I'm sure you submitted photos. Who has an entire facility burned down and not take a picture and claim $100,000+ in damage, etc.? Again, taking advantage of a really bad situation. And they did get money. They did get money from it. And I remember I reached out to the people and I said, you know, who checked this out? And I'm not going to mention names, but they were like, well, we did the same thing for this person that we did for the others. If they did get over, and I'm not saying that they didn't get over, if they did, well, the community will find out. The community will hold him accountable. And guess what? He's no longer here. Okay? So these things do happen. We will continue to be a village. It takes a village to raise a child. We will continue to raise each other's children and nurture them. So,
well, if anything, it got taught. Don't mess with me and Angie, because if it's bad enough, we're coming for blood, and that's just kind of the way it is. The girls do their stuff in their own right, along with all these kids, and they don't need to have anything negatively impacted or dropped on them that they're not ready for at this point in time.
Right.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Celtic Bulls. We kick and scream about kids just playing video games all day, but now we have our children who are actually in a hobby and possibly working for a future, and you want to keep them down. Exactly. They, like I said, they're inspiring others. Other parents now are encouraged to get their children involved, to do more than just clean tubs. Okay. Yeah. Other people are seeing that this can be legacy. Okay. And one of the things when Samson and I started this, it wasn't just for the ball pythons. It was for him to learn how to set goals, not just specifically to the snakes. Learn how to run a business, not just specific to the snakes.
Well, it teaches them the patience. It teaches them. It's so many more life lessons that go into this that people don't see these. Like, it teaches these kids. It teaches them responsibility. It teaches them goal setting. It teaches them how to communicate, public speaking, because they're on here and they're learning and they're talking. I mean, it's giving them platforms that's going to make them advance better in life as well with all their goals.
Yep. Yeah.
Now that we know the good, the bad, and the ugly, let's talk a little bit more about the good. Where are you guys with this challenge? And can people still help?
Yes. August 5th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TNT Ball's YouTube page. We will be live with all of the prizes. Everybody that entered, if you want to get spots, you can get in. It's only $10. We've done a couple of challenges for the girls. Anonymous donors have stepped in. But yeah, anybody that wants to help or wants to be part of it can still be a part of it. We're trucking along. The girls are making great headway.
We've got collab shirts that are for sale to help all the proceeds go to the girls. Trying to think of what else we got. They're each doing, Kayla's got her picture prints. Marina's got some wood burning that she's going to have that you guys can purchase or do the spin if your number hits. What else? I'm trying to think.
We've got the ARS display case that you can't even get your hands on, that Crawford gifted back to raise more money for the girls. That's another prize. We've got gift cards. Ball in Hand has done a credit. I mean, there's going to be so much stuff that'll be up for grabs, and it's just kind of come out of the woodwork. We all know Jerome is involved, and we know how Jerome likes to hold out. So God only knows what we're going to see from Jerome in this.
Jerome, the guy's heart is huge.
That man's heart is so
right. Yeah.
He gets in my last STW. First of all, I call it Sticker to Win because of Jerome. Okay, Jerome came up with the whole sticker, let's just say theme, and he buys. I know people aren't going to be happy, so I do the 2 at a time now. By the way, guys, we have a couple of slots. We're spinning this Friday. Two beautiful animals this Friday on the Keeper's Corner with Jason. Okay, he buys 5 slots. I don't even think he knows what the animals are. He's just Mr. Let me support. Okay, he buys 5 slots, and he wins the first one. He's working, so I don't know if he's smoking something, if he's at his new job. I don't know what's going on. Guys, when I say smoking, I'm talking about meat, just for the record. I know he's from California, but I'm talking about meat, okay?
Actually, he owns his own catering business, so he's probably cooking something.
Right.
So Jose said, have you seen that guy? He needs that big-ass heart to stay alive. So thank you, Casey Reptile Lab. I have you on that list. So, if this is for the girls, that's even more awesome. So guys,
amazing!
Casey, I thought he was talking about. I thought he was talking about the snake Alan donated to the giveaway, but
there's another one. Alan, watch, because Alan's going to be creeping up. He is already.
Thank God, Alan looks like his mother. That's all I'll say. By the way, the twins really bugged me out, guys. So Miranda and Alex are obviously not identical twins, but Miranda is all Jim, and Alex is all Angie. It is hysterical, like how you guys were able to do that. How you shook it up and made that happen. I don't know. So Jerome gets 5 slots. The first spin, they get choice. Okay. He just chooses the girl. We're waiting for him. Like I said, he's cooking something somewhere, and he chooses the girl. Then he's like, you know what? Donate that one to the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I was like, yo, this guy is just too much. His heart.
He does. Oh my God, he's phenomenal. He's been there since day one with the girls, and if anybody doesn't think we're tough enough, Jerome don't mess with Jerome's kids.
I think I told Miranda something. She was with my parents, and I'm like, don't worry. I'm like, Jerome's doing it. I saw that, Mommy. When do we get to meet him in person?
Yeah, I got to meet him in person. It was really cool. He's a cool person, flip flops and all. I'm gonna get him some Crocs. So, maybe I'll get him the Croc flip flops. We'll see. But we're at the 1 hour mark. What do we want to sign off with? What do we want people to take away from this?
Understand life lessons are taught to these kids, and these kids watch us on a daily basis, what we do and how we act and what we support, and understand that through a child's eyes, they're there to be empowered. They want knowledge, and they're sponges.
Yes.
So let's teach them the good about it, because eventually they're going to find out the bad about it. So just understand, these kids are here. They're not going to go anywhere. They're passionate about it. They're driven. And if you are somebody that wants to stand in their way, I would probably step aside.
Yeah. Jerome, who? I know. No, I would second all that. I mean, it's you want to leave a positive legacy and be the example that think about it if it were your kid.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you ladies joined me today. We didn't even get into the whole boobs topic.
Yeah.
Oh God, Brian, that's on oh Lord.
The same shenanigans from that dude.
I agree, Hugh. We just need to be a better person.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody. Welcome back, Eric. I'm glad you're back. Like I said, guys, let's get to 1,000. You mentioned TNT. I remember they did a giveaway. They actually inspired me to do the 1,000 sub giveaway. We have 8 snakes plus a lot of other beautiful gifts. Matter of fact, we have one of these in gray from Banana Bread, and a whole bunch of other beautiful stuff. So, special thanks to all of you that joined us, especially you guys on the West Coast. I mean, wow.
Yeah,
to be up 3 hours behind and join the show. You guys make it fun. But I agree with you. Just find the way. One of the things I tell my children daily: make it a great day. Do something great. Be great. You know, greatness doesn't just happen. There has to be intention. Okay. So make it a great day, guys. Let's find the way to make somebody else's life better, right? Sean always says it. It doesn't cost anything to be nice.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you can see, it can cost you a lot when you're not nice.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But I want to thank you, ladies. I want to thank everyone for joining us. And thank you for the gift of time. It's the greatest gift you could give anyone. If you're struggling, guys, we're halfway through the week. There's only 2 more days. Look at the finish line. Hit that reset button. Let's rejuvenate. And I want to wish everyone a happy hump day.
Yes. Thanks, guys. Have a
Bye,
good day.
guys.
Cheers.